mission now, and whatever happens, happens. So I'll tell you what I wrote, and then we'll get going on the live, okay? I'm a former smoker for the last 8 years, thanks to the remarkable technology known as vaping. I'm a voluntary harm reduction advocate with no conflicts of interest in this space. I educate the public with care and attention, focusing on the real evidence on vaping social media. Like around 1.5 million Australians who vape with or without nicotine, I have found this to be an extremely effective pathway off the smokes. When I smoked, I was clearly not doing myself any favours with my health. My doctor told me 8 years ago that due to a HRT medication conflict with smoking, if I continued it, it would be extremely likely that I would contract a severe blood clot that could likely result in a stroke or death. I mean, more so than, hey, if I was just smoking. I tried every other imaginable quit method and others. Vaping on a refillable device with an array of flavors and nicotine levels at various temperatures allowed me to self titrate and saw me 100% smoke free in just 1 week. I had stopped for up to 3 months by white knuckling it by the cold turkey method. But as stressful events in life entered, so did my unbeatable appetite for smoking cigarettes. I did notice when I did stop smoking all those sort of on those short-lived occasions, that my general health would improve. For example, my skin would look healthier, I would wheeze and cough less, and could taste food better. The same can be said for when I finally quit with vaping, for good, 8 years ago. I can now get through a lot more in life without a tight chest and the other horrible symptoms I had as a smoker. I smoked for over 25 years, and even though the stressful times over the last 8 years, I've had a few, I haven't craved a cigarette. But it shouldn't have taken this long to work out. I tried a vape out of curiosity 10 years ago, but due to not being able to legally obtain nicotine, I was turned I was turned off it for 2 years till I found a way to obtain it, be that illegally. That's right, like many former smokers in Australia, I put my health first ahead of the law. When a law makes extremely dangerous and deadly smoking products easier to access ahead of being able to quit smoking, the world's most popular and most effective quit method that has never, ever caused an evidenced death or deadly disease in what is literally a life or death decision, vaping won out. I understand that due to a lack of sensible and risk proportionate regulations with the emergence of vaping over recent years, the black market has taken a dominant position in the vaping space, now supplying 92% of the vaping market. The black market doesn't discriminate who or at what age they sell to. Hence, Australia sees youths getting their hands on vaping products that are essentially an adult consumer product. It's not a recreational or therapeutic product. It's a consumer product. We don't call sugar-free drinks a therapeutic or a recreational product for sugar-filled drinks, do we? So from the outset, it's important that this bill is in context. The bill in question here, as I understand it, aims to remove as many vaping products from the market as possible, including removing the advertising of them while only allowing limited access to adults who can quit via smoking, who can't quit smoking via other methods. The main reasons appear to be one, protect youth access, two, prevent the youth gateway to smoking, three, prevent big tobacco from hooking a whole new generation to nicotine. Currently, daily vaping of use is around 3.6%, and it appears that this has been sparked by a rebellious interest. Government-funded programs that include telling youths how to buy vapes, where to buy them, and how to use them have no doubt helped to get more teens vaping.
Compared to conventional cigarettes, they are cheaper and easier to hide.
Where would youths get the idea of how and where to get vapes?
However, the majority of teenagers are buying the nicotine vapes via Facebook through dealers who purchase products from overseas to resell them here in Australia.
3 years ago, your Australian government paid to teach your youths just that.
There are actually two types of vapes, disposable for about $10 to $15 and refillable.
With video education programs like this, more teens vaped.
One capsule, depending on usage, can last between 2 to 4 days, making it a much more cost-effective option to regular cigarettes. But there are known tobacco retailers that will sell the nicotine versions under the table with a wink and a nod.
Now they blame ordinary mums and dads who wish to be smoke-free. Enough of the lies, Mark Butler and Anthony Albanese. It's time to apologise to adults and legalise vaping sensibly.
The gateway effect from vaping to smoking doesn't make sense. While I understand it is well known that youths are likely to try things and experiment, and there may be a small amount of correlation, also known as common liability, there is no legitimate evidence of causation of vaping leading to smoking. Smoking rates by 14 to 17-year-olds plummeted 53% from 1.9% to 0.9% in the latest 2023 AIHW survey. Big Tobacco supplied vaping products in Australia. Let me start that one again. Big Tobacco supplied vaping products in Australia are non-existent outside of a prescription setting. And as much as I understand that Big Tobacco have done awful things and legally sell more deadly products than any other company on earth, they are non-existent among the massive black market supply chain. This bill condemns access to far safer nicotine products to adults and youth. Why are we banning adults as well as youths? I agree there is no need for never smoking youths to be accessing vaping products, but the regulation settings right now doesn't help. As seen in the alcohol industry, licensed retailers are the most effective strategy. As a vapor who has tried the legal pathway of obtaining a prescription for a vape from a chemist that is manufactured by a company with links to Big Tobacco, I can tell you firsthand, it's ineffective and it's rubbish. I was prescribed a product that has a 30 times higher nicotine level than what I normally use, in an unpleasant medicinal mint flavour that not even a budget toothpaste brand would use in a device that makes it impossible to self-titrate and pops and hisses like it could blow up at any second. Based on this bill, I have choices. Legally smoke and die sooner than most with smokers due to a medication conflict. Persist with a useless prescription vape that may just lead me back to smoking, or break the law by using the products that have kept me from smoking for the last 8 years, or leave the country that I was born in and I love. All because my taxes have gone to non-government organisations who ridiculously exaggerate vaping harms and have put the government in a moral panic while parroting the parascience of those who cost the government hundreds of millions of dollars in poor public health messaging. I thank the committee for this opportunity to finally be heard by all stakeholders. It's been challenging seeing only one side of the story being told, as there is another whole group of legitimate science experts, doctors, and vapers who have been not only ignored but also blocked by the health minister and his non government organisation advisors and colleagues during this whole process. Former smokers, like me, should never be condemned from participating in this extremely important bill process, and it shouldn't get to this point to inform the House that this is happening, yet here we are. I, along with 28,679 others who signed the petition, are calling for the repeal of this bill. There was 28,679 of us who signed a petition to repeal this bill. We haven't heard back from that yet. I not only condemn this bill, I suggest a royal commission into the funding of public health information regarding vaping in this country. As I allege, there is a lot bigger racket happening that has not only wasted taxpayers' money, it has deliberately misinformed the public and doctors, causing unnecessary moral panic about vaping in Australia. Regards, Pippa Star. There you go, guys. It's out there. It's in the open now.